back. We back. Y'all got to excuse Renee, man. She got a case of the giggles. We ain't even started yet.
I feel like she be starting all the episodes with the case of the giggles.
I ain't saying nothing. I clapped us in like we usually do. Like Spike Lee asks us to clap in, so I clap in. I ain't say nothing, people. How y'all doing, man? Welcome back. Y'all see we in a different space. We got a new ambiance.
Yeah,
that's a good word,
different space, man.
Different space, ambiance.
They trying to fix the heat at the crib, Joe.
Oh, I'm glad he said it.
We had to move around for an episode or two. Y'all know it be like that. Y'all don't know where y'all came from.
But the main thing is, this is ghetto.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah. I'm so sorry.
No, you good. We back.
The main thing is we have a guest.
We
got company at the crib.
Let's see. Shit. I don't know where to begin. Okay, we can start off. We're gonna start off like this. You say your name and what you want to go by and what you want people to call you.
Well, my name.
Yes.
My government is Aisha.
Okay. You have a last name or just one? I'm sorry, I'm shy.
Aisha Oliver.
Okay.
But the hood call me Miss Pooh or Pooh.
Oh.
Miss
Pooh.
Pooh.
I didn't know that.
Miss Pooh.
Miss Pooh.
I'm into
Mrs.
that.
Pooh.
I'm into that Missy Pooh. All right. So.
Doug, have some class, please.
I am. We gonna get right into it. You know, we've been sitting around a minute waiting. I was nervous. I really wanted to just get right to this episode because sitting around builds anxiety.
Yeah.
And I was nervous.
Yeah.
So this is a very powerful person. This ain't a regular
For sure.
person we have on here. This is a very powerful person. I learned about her from word of mouth. First of all, I had someone who worked in a community in the Garfield Park area. And she's like, Fresh, you got to hook up with this girl out in the Austin area. She doing big things. I don't know how y'all never met. Mm-hmm. So now I'm like, who is it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not used to seeing activists look a certain way either. I would throw that out there. So,
What you look, what they look like? What you think they look like?
Thought I was coming with the
with
hard
afro?
wig.
Yeah. He thought he was coming with the Al Sharpton
He
joint.
thought I was coming with the hard wig.
Yeah, man. I thought it was going to be a tough conversation. But then I say, this ain't who y'all. I seen her before. This ain't the one y'all. So, yeah. So, she's an activist, right? I can say that? Is that?
I am.
Okay. That's just one title. I don't.
One of many.
One of many.
Community leader.
Fashionista.
For sure.
I honestly, just to give it an overarching, like, man, I just feel like you the mother of the West Side. I'm going to do West Side mama. I feel like that's why all the shorties call you Miss Pooh. That's why they affectionately call you that. So, Mama West Side is my name. For you.
Definitely.
So with me not being from the West Side, I wasn't familiar, but they were talking about you and just like just saying like, oh, it's activists. We got to get her on here, and he was like, Isha, we got to get her on here. So I looked you up. And then I seen your social media, and then we just been vibing since we met. Yes. So yeah.
It's been good. It's been good.
Energy, they got good energy around here.
Yeah. We don't. We just gonna get to the bullshit. We gonna get bullshit coming. It's just what I'm saying, when you first get to somebody.
And I'm really not the bad guy, am I?
Look.
No.
Don't let them play with you.
Okay, I can tell you. Could you put it a little closer to your mouth?
Okay.
Ooh.
The mic.
It's not. When he says things like that, you just gotta be.
Y'all know I'm shy. I would never say nothing like that.
You what?
I'm shy, so I would never say stuff like that. Plus, that's my homie sister.
Okay.
So that's how.
Oh, I mean, yeah, we can make that connection. We had a guest on our first season. Mm-hmm. Corey Demond and Aisha are. Y'all first cousin?
Yeah.
Y'all like first cousin, right?
Yeah.
Always great. So yeah, we
Cousin
try
brother.
Cousin
brother.
Oh,
I know how they. Y'all know how black families is. And first cousin, they be like brother sister.
Yeah, definitely brother sister.
I don't know. Yeah,
Sure.
that's how we grew up in the hood. Like our cousins are sisters for real,
100%.
sister brothers. But I know we got our, thoughts and know what you do. But just in your words, can you just tell our audience, like, from your point of view, what you bring and what you do just for the community and what you do for yourself professionally and for the community just as a whole?
Oh, for sure. So with calling me an activist, I used to be against that, like hard, like.
See, that's why I asked.
activist,
See, that's
like-
why I asked.
But it was only because I didn't understand like what that looked like as a whole. For me, like coming up in the Leclerc courts, and we moved from the Leclerc courts to Austin, and I've been there since I was a kid. I needed to see like how everything moved in the neighborhood. So I was really just trying to learn.
Right.
But what I didn't realize was like I was usually the youngest person showing up to all of those like meetings and trying to figure out what was going on in the neighborhood. So I started when I was 19. Like just being super active in the neighborhood, really because I was like, man, I don't like how this shit look. Like,
100%.
what we doing? Like, it just didn't make
I'm
sense
still
to
the
me.
same
I
way.
grew up under my grandfather, who was my grandfather was a precinct captain, so like he helped a lot of our elected officials when he was a shorty get into office, and then a lot of our people got jobs because of him. So I just really kind of followed in his footsteps. I loved the idea of bringing the West Side together. Of course, I'm an 80s baby, growing up in the 90s, so I'm used to like the interaction. I'm used to knowing where to go, pulling up on people. I ain't never separated the West Side, so like when I hear people like, I'm from North Londale, I'm from Garfield Park, I'm from out west. Like that's it. Out west. That's it. But my walk in life just turned out to be a little different. I always wanted to be a dancer. That's my first love. But I realized that dance was what really opened the door for me to do what I do. So I started like for free teaching kids in the neighborhood, and the kids just was drawn to me. And what I figured out was like the people in the neighborhood would always kind of put me in the spaces where there was nothing for our kids, and ask me to like do something that'll help them, give them something productive to do. And you start getting those kids in there. I just realized like a lot of what I loved came from my own childhood traumas, and I saw that on those kids. 100%. So I was just like giving what I could back to them. Turned into something completely different. I consider myself now as an advocate and an activist, because if I don't do nothing else, I advocate for the West Side hard in every room that I'm in.
100%.
Every room, which means I have to be authentic in all of those spaces too. So I can go from the block to the boardroom. I say it often. Definitely West Side to the bone, 290s finest. But I can get in those spaces and make sure that we are being represented, and that I don't have to water myself down. You know what I'm saying? I go in the room.
Be authentically you.
People love they love that though, because they understand that like it's a lot of people on our side of town that they get in those spaces and it's just about them. But when I get in those spaces, I got the hood on my shoulders. Like I need all my people to see we bigger than that. We are them. And somebody got to go in there and make sure like we putting on for everybody. So at this space, I'm now a consultant. I did work for Lurie Children's Hospital for 3 years. I was able to, because of what I saw happening on the West Side and during the pandemic, there was a survey released that showed that almost like 60 to 75% of the kids that were being seen during the pandemic was coming from our area. They was coming from Austin. So 606, 4451, and 39 was at the top of the food chain in the during the pandemic. And I was like, man, why don't people know this? So Lurie actually created the position because of that. They was like, man, we need somebody from the Austin neighborhood to help us connect, because we don't want to just go in and think we know what we're doing.
At least
turned into something else. We now have a $18 million development being built that I brought to the community on Chicago Avenue.
What? Say that again.
It's
Can you say that
on
one more time? Where is that?
4300.
Just say Chicago Avenue.
Chicago Avenue.
See, that mean a lot to me. You know that mean a lot to me when you can say Chicago Avenue. That's
Definitely.
That's West Side.
What about Cosmo?
No, it's actually what's that? It's not Long. It's right after Long.
That ain't
like 2 blocks off of Laverne. So you're going back towards
Cicero.
Wait.
So it's across the street from our state rep's office, from LaShawn
Ford.
office.
Oh, you talking about that's on Lockwood?
Laurel. There you go. Yep.
That's gotta be.
Oh, okay, that's right.
So it's where that gate that's colored, now those.
The mural and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that. And you know that's my
gotta be
neighborhood.
5300.
5300.
5300. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 'Cause I live.
You know, my 100 blocks like. Well, I'm like a GPS.
Yeah, you know me.
You said I'm over here like 1400.
Right,
That's what my mama
I
used to be. I used to be like, Mom, what is 4800? Well, it's in that block, it's like, no.
You got to know the city by heart.
Especially over there. Yeah, I'm off. That's my area right there. I grew up on Latrobe Hill. I went to Howell from kindergarten to 6th grade.
Oh, so you already.
Yeah, that's my area. And it's
So
crazy.
unfortunate.
Hey, calm down.
So unfortunate.
Hey, I was able to go to Little Jack Park. I'm sorry if you couldn't. I'm sorry if you couldn't go to
You
Little
couldn't go
Jack.
across Central though.
Who?
You wasn't at Austin Town Hall.
I bet I was at Austin Town.
Bet
Hall.
you would.
Best
boy.
money. I've been at every park. You know,
All right,
never
well,
say nothing.
Let me stay on point.
I ain't gonna
I'm
gang
about-
bang on here.
I'm
with-
about to call
Just know.
You not gonna do what?
I ain't gonna gang bang on here, but I was just one of the guys who
How's
won the
the class?
He
stone.
was not coming to Little John's store.
Class.
Who
We
won?
wasn't coming to Little John's store, bro.
Bro, first of all, I got
Anyway,
two dudes off parks. I used to
we-
live 146 North Central too, man. That's not. Hey,
God.
don't give me time name and
I ain't
building,
about to
bro.
get into these 100
Hey, I
blocks.
went to Duke Ellington, bro. Don't make me mad, bro. Don't make me mad, bro. Don't make me mad.
You a shapeshifter.
Yeah, I've been there.
jumping all around the
poor.
west side,
We was poor. Shit, we was poor. We had to move. Shit.
Doug.
All right, we can get back on track. I'm sorry, Renee. Damn. How you doing, Renee?
Because last episode we didn't do any. We just
We
laughed
good now.
the
She
whole-
done did her background
all
check.
you
The
do
episode
is
over
play
now.
Too much.
She did the background check. We over it
That's
now.
the class. We got company.
Okay, $18 million on Chicago Avenue. That's
That's
a beautiful
it.
thing.
No, so what? But honestly, what is that? What is that project about? Like, because 18 million, you know, our hood neighborhood, we hit 18 million, like a lot of money. So what is it going into, and what's the goal of said project, and what's it trying to bring to that area?
When I got the job with Lurie, I actually did that. I wasn't even in my 90 days at the job, but what I did was I went in to figure out like what it was that they wanted to do. What was the mission? You talking about Lurie Children's Hospital? This is the #1 children's hospital in the state of Illinois.
Yeah.
It's downtown by the lake. So like to hear that people from our neighborhood going all the way down there
Yeah.
to go be seen, I'm like, somebody got to make it make sense for me.
Right.
So I just kind of,
For
when I
sure.
first got in there, I just talked to as many people as possible about like what was the mission and why they created that position. Because I beat out 110 people for that position.
Okay.
For that, and then the guy was like, "Man, we found our unicorn." Because mind you, everybody that was applying, one, they wasn't from the hood, but also their background was like, "Oh, I got a degree in this," and it wasn't like I know the lay of the land.
I know.
Yep.
So it was a little different. Shout out to my homie Rodolfo. It's always good to have your brown people in there too, because he was like, "Nah, we won't."
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
pulled me in for sure. Appreciate you, Rodolfo.
Shout out Rodolfo.
But what I realized was like they wanted to connect, but they had no plans on building anything there. They were just trying to figure out why so many of those kids was coming all the way downtown. At the time, I was working with, that's why I said 4300. I was working with a pastor at Lively Stone Church, and his is I think 4300 on Chicago Avenue. And we had never met. Somebody that knew him also knew me, asked me to go visit him, and this is the first time. Like, I'm not a religious person. I don't do church and all of that good stuff. I guess nobody that do. But I went because he wanted to figure out how he could use his church during the pandemic to help the kids in the neighborhood.
Right.
And he was like, I just need somebody to help me figure out what we could do in this space. I'm willing to like change everything. So we legit, like, he gutted the church, pulled up the pews, everything. He took everything out the church. We flipped the church and turned it into an eLearning center.
Okay.
So like the kids could come
Come
there
in for
during the
school.
day and their parents could go to work. And then we had some college students that was coming to help them throughout the process.
This
So
was
like they
during
could
the
be there
pandemic,
all
right?
day. Yeah, this is during the pandemic.
And then the parents were still able to go to work.
They were still able to go to
Oh,
work.
that's what's up.
And why was this not? See,
Yeah,
stuff like this
stuff
needs
like
to be
this.
more
Why
out
was-
there.
This should have been on the news.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gutted it out, pulled
took
out
everything
the
out.
pews out the church.
Because we
Like,
know,
that's big.
we know coming from education background, all of us work with CPS, anything like that. That was probably the worst time
Yes.
in CPS history.
Yes.
Like, kids, I don't even know if kids
It
have
hasn't
even recovered.
They
It hasn't.
No.
It hasn't recovered.
No.
Like the way
absolutely.
reading and math scores
Yes.
dropped during that
Absolutely.
time. Think about it. You can't take. We can
Enrollment.
do it. We can do it like with sports. If you play basketball, you can't take 2 years off from basketball and come back and think you're gonna be yourself.
Yep.
Them kids literally took 2 years off from school. I don't care what anyone say. E-learning did not go how people thought it was gonna
No.
go. And I know for sure that teachers was like, "This is it. Y'all did this. All right. See y'all later."
Have a good one.
That's
Nah,
it.
they
School
was-
was over. We was in the class at 12.
Yep,
11:30,
100%.
Now they
100%.
You just
And
want-
taking
We
breaks
were
in
not-
between. And taking
Yeah,
hour
you
do
breaks in
whatever you
Taking
between.
can. You
breaks.
just do whatever you can just to get through.
Yeah, just trying to get through, and
No
because
precedent
we
for it.
definitely wasn't in class till 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
No.
Kids wasn't logging on. Parents didn't care because they was frustrated, so they didn't care. It was all bad.
It was really a time to be alive because it was rough.
We as '80s babies have been through some wild shit.
Yeah.
We have been. I think when it's all over with, we were the guinea pigs. I think when a movie comes out, they said we gonna make y'all the guinea pigs from parents on drugs, from pandemics, from gangs, like everything heightened during us. Like, sorry about that, y'all. We is in a coffee shop, so you might hear a little grinding of beans while we in here. But we definitely still grinding. But yeah, we definitely been through it all, man. Like I think about it, social media.
Yeah.
We was the ones that gave us social media when we was in college, like 03.
Yeah. They gave us
Like when they come back,
MySpace,
we fucked
Facebook.
up.
Yeah.
We fucked up.
Put us all through.
We fucked up.
Yeah.
And now we got to raise these kids. Then they gave us kids.
They gave us kids.
They gave us kids to add a little spice to it.
Little razzle dazzle.
Take some kids with y'all.
And to raise, with us being 80s babies and raising children, is man, we were just talking about how soft, like our kids, soft as hell.
Yes.
Like,
Soft as
man,
fuck.
Yes.
cause they never, we used to have to get on a bus, the train, we was going to the games on the train.
How young would you say y'all was when y'all started taking public transportation for the first time?
I was 12.
I was probably about 12,
Yeah.
13.
I was, so how you in 6th grade? Like 11,
11,
11?
Yep.
6th grade on.
Yeah.
On the bus. Let me know when you get there. Call me up, page me, go to the
100%.
payphone, page me, let me know. That's how I know you good.
Yeah.
Like that type of world. Like
Yeah, but then it was like, because we didn't have the the things to communicate.
Yes, and that's-
Like then, sometimes our parents wasn't even for sure
They
we
wasn't
made
sure we
it.
made it.
You know what
Bro.
I'm saying? But it was just like times was so different. Like
we
I
did-
wouldn't, honestly, I wouldn't let my son get on the train.
No tracker, no GPS,
Nothing.
None of that.
no cell phone.
None of that.
Bro,
I'm going crazy if you
go to
find my
go to the
iPhone.
main office and call me. Let me know
Yeah.
your name.
let me tell you,
That's
bro.
like the vibe it was on.
This how crazy it was. When I tell you, I'm catching a bus at 8 years old. My brother lived on Walbansia. I lived on Laramie. I lived on Laramie and Quincy. He lived on LeClaire, Walbansia. So I call him, say I'm finna get on the bus.
Yeah.
My mama look out the window till the bus come. I gotta sit at the front of the bus by the bus driver, tell him let me know when we get to Walbansia. My brother and his guys, now mind you, we in 2nd, 3rd grade, bro. They waiting on the bus stop for me to come. Then I go down and call my mama.
Yeah.
So I can't, with my Nintendo in my book bag.
House phone to house phone.
With my Nintendo in my book bag. Yo, I couldn't, I told my daughter to walk to the store.
And
They
that's
like,
just
"What?"
a sign of the times of the community that, you've been helping. So through like your flight from not wanting to be known as an advocate to being an advocate to then I won't say activist. What do you think like you transitioned from being more of an advocate to an activist? Like what type of things were you doing that started to make you, because as you start to be in different rooms and different places, now you start to become an activist because you're actively out there in front of a lot of things. And I know you have just personally, just from knowing your story, but I know everybody else probably want a little insight on it. Like what was like those triggering things or moments that kind of got you to the point where like, no, I got to go harder than what I'm doing, or I want to embrace like what I'm doing.
She said, "Oh God, Renee told you, man, don't touch me."
I didn't touch it. Oh God.
Is you cool? She called us Sam.
Help me.
Yo, this is Mike from Always Two Sides and with my best friend Renee. If y'all rock with us, man, I need y'all to go down to Mimi's Crab Kitchen, man. Check out, they just opened up their new location. I need y'all to go down there and check it out.
At 1352 West Taylor, tell them the good people from Always Two Sides sent you.
Yeah, my bad. We had got into some shit. Renee broke some shit, but we back. Always touching some shit. Now, Mike, you was asking this nice young lady a question.
No, I just wanted you to speak on just your flight into this world of like from advocate to activist to like being on the front lines to a lot of stuff, and like what kind of pushed you that way, or what like kind of got you in that world where like you embraced it all and kind of like stood 10 toes down, and like how you became like basically Mama West Side in my mind. Like I heard the story, but I just feel like it's something that everybody should hear.
And I can honestly say I think what really catapulted what I'm doing now is losing one of the young men that I felt like had such a promising future. It was a little wild, like coming in. I worked for Austin Town Hall for 8 years. I worked for the park for 8 years. And when you know, y'all from the area, growing up in like that space, the parks was like, that's where we went. That's what we did. The park was second home for a lot of us.
Yeah.
So to be able to work at the same park I grew up, you know, swimming in and doing dance and all of that stuff in was dope to me. What I realized was being there, I had access to all these kids. And I was just trying to figure out like ways to keep them engaged. And I actually enjoyed the job. So I would often see the shorties that didn't come in the park, but like hung around in the space and like invite them to come in. And if nothing else, like just come hoop.
Eat,
You know what I'm saying? Come hoop. Let me keep y'all in here till 8 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Then y'all can get up out of here. But I think it was a Friday. Left the park. I was walking to the crib. One of the shorties was walking with me. And we got to the gate at Douglas High School. And he was like, "Where you live?" I was like, "I stay right here." He was like, "Man, I can't go on your block." And it was at that very moment that he broke it down to, like, I didn't realize I lived on the op block. You know what I'm saying? Like the kids that I dealt with at the park, they couldn't come to my block. So I'm like, "Wait, what?" So he telling me like, and it's only 2 blocks over. Like it never really dawned on me like that. So I'm like, damn, like, shorty, you like 17, you can't go past right here. That ain't no way to live.
Right.
So like we talking in that moment, he really told me like, man, I always think about like maybe I could be a engineer or something. And I mentioned like communications, because this dude happened to be one of the smoothest talkers like out of his group. So I'm like, bro, you really need to like hone in on that. And we just chopping it up. Go home. They called me the next morning to say somebody called off of work. Can I come and open up the park? So I get there. Mind you, it's 8 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. I'm opening up the town hall. I get there and there's some kids sitting on the steps. So I'm like, damn, it's too early for these kids to be here like on a Saturday. Why they here? I know they ain't waiting on me. They ain't know I was coming. I get to as I'm walking up to the steps, I'm like, something ain't right.
You can feel it.
Something ain't right. And I'm looking at their faces. Nobody face changed, nothing. I'm getting ready to put the key in the door, get in there, get to the office, to my supervisor's office. I'm like setting stuff up. And they came in and told me that same little boy got killed that night that he walked me home. He got killed later on that night. And I was like, I ain't gonna lie to you, something in me. I told my dad, I was like, man, I don't know if I can do this. I called my daddy right away. I was broken. Like, that hit me hard. Like, bro, that changed my life. And I was like, man, this little boy just walked me home.
Walked you home.
And my daddy was like, if you quit now, who's gonna help the rest of them kids? You know what I'm saying? Because my father's from the streets. My mama too, to be completely honest. Whole family is. So it was like a lot of the stuff that I saw was really the reason I wanted to be with those kids. I already knew what their life was like. You know what I mean? Like I didn't have to touch it to know what it was like. I was raised in it. I saw it. So my understanding was like, man, if I could at least get these kids 3 hours of just being a kid. You know what I'm saying? A part that I felt like kind of was taken from me. If I can get them 3 hours to just be kids, then I'm doing my part. They ain't got to worry about all of that. In this space, we all safe in here. We building our own little family. So to lose him like that, and it was like in the most horrific way too. And he was only 17. And I saw how it like impacted the other kids also, that, you know what I'm saying, we hung around. And I told my dad, I was like, man, I think this shit changed my DNA. Like, because it went from, I want to do this every day, to, man, I don't know if I'm cut out to this, to now I'm on there with everybody. Like, now I'm angry. And I now know what them shorties feel like when that shit happened. One day people gone. Now I'm hot. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at everybody sideways. I'm on there with everybody. And then
he just wanted to walk you home.
Just to make sure I was straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to make sure I was straight. And that just, it hurt. But what it did was it made me look at like all the other kids that was in the park that I was kicking it with. So I have the guys that Mike had a chance to meet. Like, I asked him to come because after that, what I realized was I had this group of young men who actually came in. They was like my third generation of shorties, like just really building up and guiding. So I got them kids when they were in 3rd grade, 12 boys. And like I always started with girls, but like these 12 boys, I was like, man, these shorties here all the time. Let me see what I could do with them. So I just started going to They was going to, what was the school? Key. They was at Key. All students at Key before Ron closed it. So I went and made a deal with the principal. I told the principal, I'm like, listen, I got a couple of kids. One, some of them I knew their parents was battling addiction because the kids was always by themselves. I had never met the
100%.
parents. Go holler at the principal, like, look, if you can help me work this out, these kids, if you can pull them out of class 5 minutes early, have them here, I'll come pick them up every day and walk them to the park. Cool. So I've been able to keep those 12 guys together all this time. They now 22 and 23.
Right.
So it was always like, my goal was to create a model, without saying it's a model, create a model that could be replicated in every neighborhood on the west side, right? And I did that, and I built it with those boys. So like, understanding, and I know it's different when you got a woman that's dealing with this many young black males, but I wasn't trying to teach them how to be men. What I realized was none of my boys had fathers.
Right.
So they was all being raised by single mothers anyway. Right. So my goal was, all right, how I want to get them to the point where they'll be receptive enough to allow me to then connect them with men that can take them the rest of the way. Because it ain't my job to teach you how to be a man. I know as a woman, I have a very nurturing spirit, and I know I can get in their head and I can get in their heart. They got a soft spot for me. It come way easier when I'm cussing them out and checking them about being soft and shit than a man. Because they want to buck up if a dude say something to them.
100%.
But I could tell them, like, hey, I done, you know what I mean? I told them, man, y'all like bitches, bro. Y'all need to get this shit together. Like, really on there with them. And they need that. And then they loved me for it. Like, the loyalty that I get from these young men, it's amazing, because I was able to, that's where that whole village concept came from. You get some little boys that's 9 and 10 years old, and they could jump off the porch. They jump off the porch at that age.
100%.
So I was like, man, I done already lost one. If I can keep a group together, and when I say keep them together, I swear to God, when I was putting so much time in with them kids, I kept them kids in school together. When they got ready to graduate from 8th grade, I told everybody, parents, give me all the forms. We got on the train. I took everybody to one school. Everybody going to one school. That way, then I went and got myself cleared through CPS so I could be a volunteer. Now I'm at the school. I'm in there. Put me on everybody's list as a parent, because I want to be able to make sure that these guys know that I'm not just watching them in the neighborhood. I am an intricate part of their life. I want them to know that they got a safety net outside of even their household. A lot of the shit that I felt like I needed when I was a shorty, granted, I came up in love. I had great parents, in my opinion, even though they was 16 when they had me, they wanted me to be better than them.
Right.
Yeah.
So my story like that really, what took flight for me was, one, losing Tima, and then looking at them other kids and thinking, man, if I can figure out a way to help guide them through life, at least to a certain point, then I can connect them to some other men. But what I used in the process was showing them how to be their own advocates, showing them how to, we gonna go, I'm gonna take you here, here, and here. And I want you to look at their neighborhoods and figure out what's different about their neighborhood than ours. You know what I'm saying? Like, that accountability, pointing out stuff that people didn't normally point out to them. Like, pulling on them. I was challenging them, because one, y'all are young men, and I can't hold your hand like that. I can't baby you. I can't coddle you. So if you say, why Oak Park look like this, shit, stop. Why y'all throwing trash every time we walk somewhere?
True.
Why y'all go to the store and leave that shit right there? You know what I'm saying? Y'all see garbage cans and it's overflowing. Man, listen, ain't nobody, they handling their business over there. We can't be mad at that. So either we gonna do it, or we gonna complain about it. So that challenge turned into those young men becoming a part of the model and helping me to build it. Like, we even have a safe zone in Austin that we've been running for 3.5 years. They won't say it, like, people, it's gotten attention more lately, only because I keep coming at the mayor head about it, about not acknowledging that safe zone, especially when we done decreased violence 58% in that safe zone.
100%.
Wow.
And we did that, like, on
so
purpose,
dope.
intentional, like, and they do it. All the activities, everything that's planned, them boys playing that.
The 12 boys.
The 12 boys did that.
Wow.
I just taught them how to put it together.
And it's in the middle of the west side.
It's the middle of the west side. It's right around, the center is Austin Town Hall.
Right.
Because when I asked them, to name the spaces or places or people that brought back good memories to them, brought back their childhood, made them feel like that nostalgia. Everybody, one of the first places everybody named was Austin Town Hall.
100%.
And I was like, all right, we starting right here, and we just gonna make this space right here our safe zone. We gonna claim it. We don't need we don't need the city or nobody to tell us this is a safe zone, because it's our shit. Like, y'all work, they work for us.
Now,
you know
see,
what I'm saying?
what you doing that, people are scared, though.
Oh, yeah.
People are scared 100%. Like, I think about, it's kind of, our stories are eerily similar. Like, it's kind of scary. I think that's why people wanted us to connect. Like, the reason why Dear Austin got started, because I had an 8th grader who was killed in March of his 8th grade year. And that's what made me start Dear Austin. Then when you talk about your safe zone, I always said I wanted my school that I was working at to be the hub. Like I said, we could just start with this.
Yep.
And then we can branch out. And my principal at the time, all of them was terrified. Like, we know our kids more than, and we know what they do.
Yep.
So, but in the summer, I got the whole neighborhood in there. I don't care. I don't care because you can't be scared.
Right.
These are the same people who's stopping the police from putting tickets on our cars. So y'all come here, y'all might have to have no shirts on. So I know y'all got y'all guns, but y'all can come in and hoop. But we can't be scared. We can't be scared. The same kids that y'all see, say hi.
Yes.
Speak.
Yes.
Hey, how you
Open
doing?
your mouth.
Speak.
Yes.
Build a rapport.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Speak.
Yeah.
You will be surprised how
How
many of the,
intelligent, how open,
Yes.
how like helpful. Like a lot of young men that I think it just get looked over because of what is being done. Like, it's just
They
what's
think
being
everything
done in the
glocky,
neighborhood.
glocky.
Not even like he said, a lot of these young men are raised by single mothers. They know how to respect women. They
Yes.
know how to talk to women. They know
Yeah.
how to open doors. They know how to do all of that. So I think that is overshadowed by everything that's just like perception.
Yeah.
yeah,
Perception
100%.
is really
100%.
something else.
And like I said, without having a conversation, that's the scary part.
Yeah,
And
for
we was
sure.
talking about this earlier about appearance, like Renee, how she looks, but she's shy. You know what I'm saying? Everything about Renee says, look at me, but she is like, please don't look at me. You know what I mean? She is like, please don't look at me. Like, yeah, and that's the same kind of vibe, man. And it's scary. It's scary. Like, you turn your back on the youth, and you're gonna get
All the time.
the
I tell
disrespect.
people that quote, a child that is not embraced by the village will warm itself by burning it
Burn it,
down.
burn it, yep.
Like that, when I think about some stuff that I read, y'all know in Austin, they got this one block. They call it the $1 Million Block.
Midway Park.
The $1 Million Block.
Midway Park.
Is that Midway Park? It's not Midway Park? What?
What block is this?
It's right off of Madison. So you know where the police sit at
Menard?
the gas station. When you going like towards Moore Park.
Oh, I already talking about. I know what you're
Towards
talking
Moore
about. Yeah,
Park,
I know what you're
right?
talking about.
They call
You talking about
it
behind the same station?
there you go.
Behind what?
The same station.
The same station.
The mafia's got the.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, I don't know anything
Same
about
game.
Yeah, same
Yeah,
thing.
same.
So they call it gas station, same station.
Yeah.
You talking about Leclerc?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leclerc off of Clan Master?
They call it the $1 Million Block. Like
Why?
legal term when it comes to police, coroners, all of that. That's how they make most of their money. That one block, because
Yep.
that's so much action.
Oh, okay. That million in that type of way.
Yeah.
Right.
That
And
makes-
now
that
you
ma-
hear $1 Million Block, you thinking we talking about Midway
Property.
Park
That's
with
what
big
you
houses
see. That's
and
what
all
I'm
that
saying.
is.
Yeah.
I'm going that route. So it's the $1
Yeah.
Million Block because they get so much.
Yeah.
Okay, I get
Generating revenue off of y'all going out there being fucked up to crash outs.
it. Yeah.
Legit.
Wow.
100%.
Legit.
Really?
I mean, if you, like, anybody who's not from out west and they drive down Madison, they always want to know what's going on right
Yes.
there. Why are the police always
just
sitting right
sit
there?
we just,
just sit
when they
there.
just had the on Facebook. I think you had put one up too. But like, what gas stations not to go to?
Yes.
None.
The number one gas station I will never go to is Madison and Leclerc.
They had Hamlin
Madison,
Chicago Avenue.
Hamlin Chicago Avenue. for
Hamlin
sure.
Chicago Avenue too.
Hamlin Chicago Avenue, I will never go in.
But the-
Leclerc and Madison is like a no.
I think
That's like I
we
tell
had
my I tell shorties that because I got a shorty now that I drop off from St. Andrews. He stay off of Leclerc and Washington. But Leclerc from Washington to Madison is probably the worst half a block.
Yeah.
That's like the
100%.
worst because it's
Yeah.
only like this big.
That's it.
Literally, and it's this narrow.
And it's
Yes.
this narrow.
This narrow.
It's like the worst half a block in the city right now.
No,
I'm not even lying.
100%.
You can ride past any day and there's 20, 30 dudes standing out. Everybody selling the same thing.
Yeah.
Everybody, it's at least 30, and
Not
don't let it
working
be
together.
summertime.
Yeah.
And-
You
Oh, they
can't
are-
get down the block, bro. Why would you even want to live right
Live
there?
right there, yeah.
Man, pack it up.
And then, like I
Right
said,
there.
and then that's what I'm saying. Then you get to the end of the block and the police car right there.
Right there.
Right
I
there.
have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Ish. What is the safe zone? Like, what does it do? Like, what is it? Like, what is it for the people? Is it for the kids? Just like elaborate on that for me.
The safe zone is, so we created the safe zone as a way to like, so you know how, with Austin is literally the biggest community in the whole city. So
Yep.
out of the 77 communities that make up Chicago, Austin is the largest geographically. What happens is, whenever you look at something citywide, statewide, they have like their, what they call their target communities. We always at the top. We always at the top. Homicides,
Yep.
crime, all of that, we always at the top. What they don't tell you though is like we at the top because of how big we are.
Yeah.
And so people always trying to like, they be flushing stuff into the community saying that it's gonna like, it's supposed to be like helping, but they wanna, you can't flood a neighborhood that size. Like,
No.
bro,
Yeah.
you gotta think outside the box. Now, again, when you grow up in the hood and you know how shit work, like I got a daddy that was always like, man, you ain't gotta be the one that everybody know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Be nigga that be in the back and still calling
And
the
get the
shots.
money, yep.
So I'm like, man, I can't, it's one thing, I can tell these shorties over here, man, we gonna do this, this, and that. But I can't go to La Follette Park and say, oh, we gonna do this, this, and that. That ain't my territory.
No,
you know what I'm
not at
saying?
all.
You gotta know your lane. So for me, I was like, all right, cool. I feel like I got, in this space, I got home court advantage. I can tell these shorties what to do, you know what I'm saying, what not to do. So my plan was, and I lie to y'all not, my mom and daddy let me use their house. The way that happened, I asked them boys, I got group chats with shorties all over the neighborhood. Like, they little different cliques. I put in a group chat, listen, know what happened? I don't know if y'all heard that story, but the 3-year-old that got killed on Central. So it was a little boy named Makai James. He was 3 years old. He was in the backseat of his mama's boyfriend's car.
Yep, I
And they
remember
got
that.
stopped at the pink house, at the light, and the car got shot up. He lived, but Makai died. And that sent me over the top. So I started challenging everybody on Central. So I started going to their corners. I just put on Facebook, listen, if enough is enough for you, because when you kill a kid, bro, like you don't nobody say nothing. So I push back on like
The no snitching stuff.
pastors
pastor.
and politicians, because what they was doing was like press conferences. So I started going at people like, man, don't nobody want to hear them hymns. Don't come over here praying.
Yeah.
Don't come over here with all that. We feel for the family. Fuck what y'all talking about. Like, and every time they show up for something, I showed up with a bunch of niggas on that same corner. I went and talked to Buddy that was running it right there on Central and Lake. Man, listen, this shit should have never happened.
Right.
Even though it ain't had nothing to do with Austin. Like,
Right.
this shit came from another neighborhood.
Right.
But still, it happened here.
Yeah.
And then a couple weeks later, a 7-year-old, Natalia, 4th of July, she get killed. She from Wisconsin visiting her mom
Yep,
and daddy.
yep.
And visiting her daddy and get killed at the grandmama house on the 4th of July. And these were grown men doing this.
Yeah.
So the challenge was, I wanted everybody to don't talk about it, be about it. So
Yeah.
if as simple as we all show up to this one spot at this time and take these corners and let them know that we can't live like this, then now it's challenging people. So that took it up a notch, because now dude like, man, I bet every time he see me now, he making sure everybody know she good. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And when you get to that point, because at first I was like, man, that shit, I'm getting a little too close to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pushing niggas money back at this point. Let me chill, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't think about it at the time because I was hot. But then when I was at Lil Jack one day and some guys walked up to me, it was just me, Chloe, me, my daughter, and my son. So I would do stuff like, I save up some money, go buy hella candy, know it's Halloween, and I just set up a table and a speaker and just play music. And so like the kids ain't gotta go everywhere. I'm just giving out hella candy. And this group of dudes walked up and one of the guys was like, hey, big bro told us to make sure you was good. So I'm looking at them as they walking up on me and my kids like, man, I hope Buddy don't come over here acting crazy, man. And my son, you know what I'm saying, he a big boy,
big
but he was
dude.
like 12 at the time. So he looking at me, I'm looking at him. I turned around, dude, like, man, yeah, big bro just want us to make sure you was good. You need us to go get some more stuff. At that moment, I'm like, man, if I could do this shit.
You did right.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
You
fuck
did
out
right.
the way. Like, it's
100.
on now. You done
Yeah.
just put a battery in my back. Like, now I know you got people out here that like that probably ain't what dude wanted to do with his life, but he understand I care about these kids. I ain't trying to fuck up your money. But I gotta live over here, bro. Like that's my thought process. I gotta live over here. I'm not living like no fucking hostage.
Prisoner.
You know what I'm saying? So that little, when all of that shit happened, I asked them kids to come to the house. My mom was like, all right, y'all can use the crib. I like to cook. Man, I cook a big old spread. I got all these boys in there. We eating, and I told them, I said, whatever we say in this space at this table, because what I did, I call it breaking bread. Right? So we do these breaking breads. We still do them now. We do these breaking breads. I cook. The whole point is, like, most of these kids ain't never sat down at a dinner table and had a dinner with their family, had a conversation, talked about their day. So every time we sat down, we did that shit for 8 months. I did that shit for 8 months. Every other Thursday, y'all meet up. We're going to meet up at 6 o'clock in my mama's house. We're going to eat. We're going to chop it up.
Too.
And they start talking about...
I'm listening. I'm listening and jotting. Can I jot?
What safety look like to them?
Can I jot?
You embarrass me every time I say
So the safe zone was a way for us to say, all right, we're gonna carve out this little space. We can't say all of Austin, but we know we got some weight right here. You know what I'm saying? So in this little 1 mile radius, that's all we need. We ain't trying to take the whole hood. Right. We gonna do it right here. And our goal was, let's do it for 3 years to see what we can change. It wasn't just for the kids. We were very intentional about making it intergenerational. So like in that safe zone, you know, you got the town hall, you got what used to be Key, you got Douglas, you got the garden, the firehouse, the church, and then you got the senior home. Right? And mind you, we did this in 2021. So the seniors have been up in that building all year
from
the pandemic. They wasn't coming outside and nobody could go in. So we started doing stuff intentionally so that the seniors could just walk out the building and straight over to the park. Right there. So now they out there with the kids.
That lady with the llama be over there too?
With Miss Carolyn,
See, people thought I was making that up. I was like, she got llamas and roosters and shit.
She got roosters, llamas, we got goats, all types of stuff.
I used to live right there on Menard Lake. Yeah.
I mean, and that was dope too, because we started working with Miss Maria, who was one of the seniors that run the garden. So the kids went in and built the beds for Miss Maria, so the seniors didn't have to. So like now it's a relationship where these kids don't look like strangers and these seniors don't look like strangers. And now they speaking. Now the kids be over there. I don't know what the hell they got going on.
Everything.
Now,
they do it on their own.
That's the goal right there. Like you said, I don't know what the fuck they be doing.
Yeah,
that's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to
themselves.
be able to manufacture relationships that can take off without you.
Yep.
That's
and that's
on
the
autopilot.
Yeah, no, that's
autopilot.
That's fine. Well, shout out Francis Scott Key. That was my elementary school. Douglas that's my baby.
Yeah, we ain't get it. We ain't like them. I told you we went to hell. I ain't like them.
I got one more question. How is it being a woman in those rooms? Like the rooms you were speaking about, just like, because you said I'm coming in a room, and when I'm in a room, I'm talking about the West Side, and I could be me. And you know, sometimes when we're in certain rooms, we kind of like change our, you know what I'm saying, have to kind of like change our voice or whatever. How is it being in those rooms, being a woman, not only a black woman in those rooms with different people? Like, how do you maneuver that? How is that?
I think the best way to describe it is knowing the value that your community has. When you see all the time, and they always talking about the West Side, or they always talking about the South Side and West Side all the time, that immediately to me is like they see something we ain't seeing. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way you this interested in a neighborhood you ain't never really been to. You don't know how it moved, nothing. So just knowing, one, I think the balance of having all that, like that, my grandfather called it being the double-edged sword. Like he like, you can have all the book sense, but that street sense gonna keep you there. That street sense show you how to move, like no matter what room you in. And mind you, like my parents, I consider myself to be pretty smart. So I got a scholarship to go to, coming out of 8th grade, to go to a very prestigious high school, which happened to be very white. You know what I'm saying? Mostly Irish and Italian. And I had to navigate their space. Once after that first year, and I figured out, like, bro, we ain't living. We surviving.
100%.
We are in survival
100%.
mode. That shit did something to me. I ain't gonna lie. Every day having to get on that bus and train, and you walking through this neighborhood where it looked like a completely different world, and it ain't but like 15 minutes from where we live.
Yeah.
I was like, man, somebody gotta show me something. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I always had that type of tenacity where if it don't make sense to me, somebody better make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you calling yourself a leader or you've got this title and all of this acclaim. I go into those spaces with the intention, in all honesty, Renee, making people uncomfortable. Because if we comfortable, we not growing. So I'm shaking tables, I'm stepping on toes, I'm challenging you. Some people, especially, let me call a spade. A lot of the black men, older black men that have been able to kind of bogart their way into spaces, and their goal is to gatekeep and keep our generation out.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm on their heels every single time
They hate
I'm
to
in
see
the
you
room.
come.
They hate to see my ass come
I
in the
love
room
it.
Okay,
because they know it's
I
gonna
love
be some
it.
stuff.
I love to see your ass coming. Okay, but look, we got a commercial break. We got to go pay some bills. We'll be right back.
Yo, this is Mike from Always Two Sides of Wit. My best friend Renee. If y'all rock with us, man, I need y'all to go down to Mimi's Crab Kitchen, man. Check out. They just opened up their new location. I need y'all to go down there and check it out.
At 1352 West Taylor, tell them the good people from Always Two Sides sent you.
Welcome. I don't know why she was here. We ain't never did that shit after no commercial break. We get a gas and now all of a sudden she throwing up peace signs so fucking high. All right, this go. We bring it back. Some people always wanted. They was asking us. We ain't did it this season. Well, we ain't had no fucking guests this
We ain't
season.
had nobody.
So this our first guest this season. So yes, we are bringing back. You special.
You was first guest of season
Feel
2, man.
special.
Yeah,
Yes, indeed, man.
this denim on denim doing something to me.
It's a one piece.
That's why it took you so long in the bathroom. Oh, baby,
You was waiting on me.
Y'all know.
She was okay. Y'all see my baby? Okay, look.
Y'all know when Fresh get the crush, he start blushing.
Well, you know me, I'm shy too. I'm shy. I'm trying to hide behind the microphone and shit. Damn.
His eyes, his glasses
What we supposed to be
fogging up
doing?
and shit.
What we supposed to be doing? My glasses fogged up and shit.
It's all right,
Okay.
You acting like Mike did with Kim was here.
Right, it's now ball his feet up. Tell his feet
My
ball
shit
up.
is look. This motherfucker ain't moved since we been here. Look.
Now your shit balling up.
This motherfucker foot ain't moved since we been here. Look, this motherfucker ain't moving. All right, so this is this or
Calm
that.
yourself down.
I am, because that's my homie sister. We gonna talk about that too. This or that, okay? So you answer either or. You can't say both because that's copping out, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so we'll start off lightly. Girth or length?
He said lightly.
It's been a minute since we did this, so.
Girth or length is
It's
crazy.
insanity.
Diabolical.
Crazy.
It's insanity.
I mean, this is a question that most women, they have
Yeah,
strong
it is
opinions
it's a
on
real thing,
either
though.
way. Yeah.
After you answer this, I want Renee to answer it too.
I mean, I'm a Scorpio, so I'm gonna have to go with girth because you can
Y'all
have length and
nasty.
still don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
So that would piss me off. So yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I'm going to get my shit did.
Tell her. Tell her, Doug.
Yeah.
Tell her, Doug.
If you haven't been keeping up with the show,
You gotta tell her, Doug.
I'm getting a Spray Stars can. That's what I said I want. So,
But what are you getting?
a DDL. I just want to be decent on salt.
Hey, so what the abbreviation mean? I
He
just
said he
wanna know.
wanna
A
be
Denver dick lift. It's gonna be like a mountain, like a mountain. It's like a mountain. It's like a mountain.
Denver dick
A
lift.
Denver dick lift. A Denver dick lift. It's gonna be like a mountain.
Bro.
It's gonna be like a mountain.
No, hell no. Not this episode. Every time.
Y'all ask me. I said it's gonna be like a mountain. It's gonna be like a mountain. The goal is to be decent on sauce. That's
How you
all.
want to be on soft? Each, you gotta hear this.
I want to be decent on sauce so I can wear shorts year round.
No, but how? What do you want it to look like?
Oh, I want to just be super decent. Have a nice little print.
The length and the girth of what?
Well, a Spray Stars can.
Okay.
Heavy Niagara.
and then you gonna sit in my seat, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna sit on. Oh hell yeah, I'm
And how
definitely.
you gonna be sitting?
He said he trying to put his print in it. printing the camera. And
The whole time. I mean, you don't get no BBL and wear baggy clothes. So hey, DDL and gray jogging pants year round.
Year round.
Shorts. Yes, indeed.
Okay. Oh, did you answer girth or
No,
length?
I didn't. Oh, did I answer?
Yeah.
that?
Oh, she said girth. Yeah,
Girth?
Easy.
Okay.
All right, go Renee.
I
It's
like a
on
little
you.
width.
It's on you. It's on you, Renee. Have some class.
Fill you up.
Got to.
Them school hallways. It's on you to answer the
I
question.
almost said something.
No, don't say
You?
nothing. Come on, man. It's on you,
On
Renee.
camera.
It's on you.
Give or get?
Oh man, I will not even lie. I enjoy giving.
My girl.
I enjoy giving.
My fucking girl.
All right, it is Christmas season. Mike, it's on you, Mike.
I'm gonna actually go back to our topic from last episode because I like to hear people's thought process on this. So we were talking about men or women being more toxic. So just a simple like straight joint. You think men or women are more toxic? And just let me be a one sentence on why.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna give it to the men.
Okay.
Fresh.
I'm giving it to the men because that there's a lack of like emotional regulation
Oh yeah.
with
That's a good
men
one.
now.
Ooh.
Like honestly, you know what I'm saying? Like real live crash outs over shit they did and you responded to it. You know what I mean?
So you can
like
cook, emotionally
That shit
regulated,
corrupt me.
and you tenacious.
I'ma get that, get back.
Yeah, I remember all that.
women, we'll play that shit cool for the longest. Like when we just stop all together, it's over with.
So
like
it's
you
over with.
about to pack your shit
Y'all
up. It's over
savages.
with.
That
Like,
'cause
we
those
gone.
women-
We leave
y'all have-
mentally before we leave
Thanksgiving.
physically.
Y'all are
Thanksgiving
savage
turkey.
creatures.
Done.
Cook.
Public sector or private sector?
Oh, your mic up.
Oh. I'm gonna have to go private sector.
Private sector? What?
You mean like public in a car?
I mean, that's what I thought you were talking about juicing in a car.
Me too.
How?
Because your question just been
I
wild,
said public sector or private sector.
but- Of what?
Of doing what?
That's it.
Oh, well, I thought.
I'm talking
you
about-
don't think
I'm
that's
still,
okay?
I'm still lost. What are you talking about?
Just in general, like the
The spaces you've
Yeah.
worked in.
Oh, okay.
What? Hey, man.
We
damn.
think the worst of you. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, yeah. I
I'm
gotta
so
go.
sorry. Like,
You always being managed, bro.
Like
so
you-
I'm really
I'm
telling
chilling, bro.
you have
You
to
already
accept
over
that.
here.
We think the worst of you.
It's on you, Renee.
All
Why
right.
you over here
Louise.
blushing?
Heels or sneakers?
oh heels.
Yes, okay.
90% of the time.
Y'all check these
Heels.
joints. These joints ain't got no fucking back on them. These motherfuckers. This motherfucker ain't got no back on them, yo. Understand? Fresh over
Not
here
your
having.
time.
This
Oh,
over
no,
here
it ain't
thinking.
my
He over
turn.
here
I ain't
thinking
said
wild
nothing.
thoughts. I ain't never seen Fresh in here sweating like this.
This is jacket. It's got wool.
It's a little. It's warm.
That's woolly.
Oh.
They making all
Okay.
kind of frappuccinos in
Okay.
this motherfucker.
So considering that our boy is, I feel like Corey, super luxury. He loves leather. Bro, love leather, right? But you got on denim today. So we're gonna ask you, denim or leather?
It's crazy you just said that because
Because you got the denim hat, like you got the whole.
Yes. So I like the layer. Me and Corey been doing this since we was kids. So him and Bo used to let me dress them, like pull stuff together. I used to make stuff for them, everything. I just text him, going into the winter season, I want to elevate the women's leather game.
Okay.
Because there's so many different ways to wear leather as a woman. You just know you gotta know how to put that shit on. So like,
he gotta get some of that stretch leather though.
is
Cause that was the problem. It gotta stretch.
yeah.
It can't be that cardboard leather.
That's
For us curvy
for the
girls,
for them
that's
for the
all
curvy
right.
girls.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. Like
Yes.
so I sent
Come
him
on,
a
E.
few
Yes.
designs
You
that
curvy?
would elevate the leather
you
looks
curvy?
for us curvy girls.
You curvy? Oh, that's curvy girls. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
He said,
Douglas, come on.
I'm shy.
I'm shy. So you pick leather?
Leather.
Leather,
yes.
okay.
Yes.
All right. Are you a car girl or SUV girl?
Oh, I'm definitely an SUV girl. I like big things.
Third row.
Big dog. Big dog for sure.
Hey,
Big dog
Mike
for
is
sure.
crazy. Mike is crazy. Mike is crazy as fuck.
I said third row.
It's on you, Renee.
This whole thing.
It's
Third
on
leg.
you.
This boy over here like, boy.
It's on you,
You
Renee.
got synonyms, boy. This boy's crazy, Joe.
I'm asking questions. It's on you.
Riding or doggy style?
Then she go right to the. What kind of interview is this?
Oh,
Aisha with
This
the
one
shit.
asks a lot.
that's tough. It's tough.
Cause you like to ride backwards.
Cause I mean that's cowgirl.
Okay. Oh, you know the names?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mikey.
See, I like to be able to. I want you to.
Could you make sure? I want to make sure.
Cause you want to hear.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm squeezing.
Here's the thing.
I like to be in control.
I want to make sure that if I ain't seeing you in 2-3 days, you still having flashbacks. So I think that in that space, I want to dominate.
Do you do the neck?
Oh yeah.
I do too.
Yeah.
What's the neck? Oh, come on, let the audience know. Come on, let the audience know.
Choking?
What's the
Like
neck? You
choking?
choking?
Yeah.
You choking?
I never got.
I like to be choked.
You better. Shit.
I wore a V-neck today. Woo.
That nigga said.
Man, this boy still ain't moved. I don't know what's going on.
What's wrong
I don't know.
Sweat,
That
boy.
motherfucker scared.
Don't take that jacket off, bro. You gonna have sweat stains on it.
Oh, Callum, I'm
with?
yellow.
All up in the New Balance.
Motherfucker,
Damn white
yellow.
t-shirt. Yellow than the motherfucker.
Yellow than a
Under the
bitch.
arms. That gonna be like Mike. He ain't gonna
I picked the wrong episode not to wear sunglasses. Goddamn. I'm crying over here.
Boy, I'm hurting. Y'all stupid.
It's on you, Mike.
Mike.
That was
Last
me.
one.
Oh, my bad.
Last one, Mikey.
Play so much.
Yeah, that was a good one.
It's
gonna
choking
say
me
that.
while riding this. Bananas in pajamas.
Just some Chicago staples real quick. It's just an easy one to go out on. They didn't gave you some rough ones. But just food wise. You know, we got rolls, we got beefs. We're just gonna ask you which one your favorite. I'm going Italian beef or gyro.
And right now, it'll probably have to be a gyro, just because I'm
Health.
trying to eat differently.
Tastes good.
But a staple for me, if I don't have nothing else,
Okay.
nothing else from Chicago. If you give me some fries with mild sauce,
Yeah.
give me some
100%.
fries with mild sauce. I ain't never too rich for some $2 fries
Fries with mild sauce.
with mild sauce. Like,
I've
I
been
got money
noticing.
too. No, she says too rich, so money.
Oh,
Go ahead.
you putting your list
jotting.
together?
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna put your list up at the end of
Yeah. Emotionally regulated, can cook, tenacious, mild sauce. I mean, rich. Yeah.
And mouth sauce.
Yeah, they go on the ring finger. Yeah.
Put it in your notes.
Oh, it's up here, man. That shit locked
call
in.
me and ask
I done pressed save about 7 times.
How to press save.
I done pressed save about 7 times. It's on there. Now, I know I'm up here talking a lot of shit, but I do know her brother, and I, respect to her brother. I got a question. Like, you're a nice looking girl, and you and your brother are like this.
Yep.
Has your brother, like, you ever think your brother ever, like, no, I ain't gonna say hate it, or you missed out on the opportunity because of your brother, even directly or indirectly? Because I know how it is with me and sisters, with me and my sisters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think, first of all, if people that know Bo, because that's my blood brother. People see me with Corey, but
Yeah.
Bo is my blood brother.
Legit.
We're a year apart. He ain't even like that. If my brother tell me not to talk to somebody or something like that, that means your
It's a
ass is
reason.
cooked.
Your ass
You know what I'm
is
saying? He
super
ain't. It's something about you.
Yeah.
He like, no, not my sister.
Nah.
Yeah.
But he don't even really get into that. So I ain't never.
You ain't never had to deal with that.
Yeah, like I think people automatically kind of know that's Bo's sister, and they kind of take themselves off the
Yeah.
off the radar.
Because that's what I was just going to ask. That's what I was talking about
Take
indirectly.
they
Like, man,
selves
I
off
just both because the first time I saw you,
Yeah.
I'm like, damn. Because remember, so when I first saw her, I was actually throwing a party with her brother, and she was working the door, but the door was outside. So, you know what I'm saying? She came up at first, regular outfit, just taking us. Then she was like, hold on, I'll be back. I'm finna go change for the party. When she came back, totally different person. I'm still not knowing who she is, but now she got on heels, she got on some shorts, the pockets was longer than the shorts. And I'm like, damn,
He
who is
remember
that?
all the details.
Yes. I got to. And I'm like, damn, she's 6'3". So,
He's so irritated.
and they like, nah, that's both sisters. I just put my head down and went back in the club. Like, So that's why I asked.
You ain't giving her no jokes in wee wee.
No, ain't no jokes in weed.
No.
No jokes in weed.
Because that's all you got, right?
That's all.
That's all I got. I can do mouth sauce and fries. Now that I can Grubhub that shit. I get zero delivery fee on Grubhub. So if you want some mouth sauce and fries, I got zero delivery fee. I got a zero delivery fee. Like
So
I can Grubhub some fries. Now that I'm cold on
With,
that. I'm a Grubhubber.
boy, you stupid.
I'm a Grubhubber.
So, with Mama Westside being back out here, Mama gotta have a life too.
Yeah.
So, are you getting back, or are you into the dating world? Like, what's your? Because I know, like, by you being on the scene much, it's probably a lot of niggas that wanna like get in tune with you, but you have such a presence about you, right? Some niggas be scared. So, are you a woman that like, will you go out like if you see a nigga like, damn, that I kind of fuck with his vibe, like? Will you go holler at that nigga, or are you gonna still play it cool and like let the nigga come holler at you? Like, what's your vibe like when it comes to like meeting a nigga, dating a nigga? Like, are you aggressive? Are you like traditional? Like, how you go about that?
I'm very traditional in that sense. I would rather be pursued.
It's a lot of girls that's like, if
And they
they in
wanna go
the
get
space, like if they see a nigga they like, they go,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's the thing. The difference I think is, so I am divorced, and
Divorced as fuck as
divorced
opposed.
as fuck.
Hey, the wildest shit.
Finito was my theme song. You hear me?
The wildest.
Keith, what
I
up?
remember the balloon
Finito
thing.
was my theme song.
This girl put up a post
Yes.
with
Balloon.
golden balloons
With the balloons.
and the bright like. Divorced as fuck.
I thought it was her
Sexy on the
birthday at
couch-
first.
Sexy on the couch with the champagne set. I'm like,
I thought it was her birthday.
that's
first.
why she hate that nigga. I say for you to put up a post that said divorced as fuck and celebrate it.
Finally.
And now
Finally.
and then
Finally.
all the chicks in the comments,
I wanna
you
say
go
something.
girl, that's how you go. I'm
Was it a
like,
praise dance?
Listen, all I wanted, I told the judge, when I tell y'all I was doing everything in my power to get this divorce. Because the man, like you said, he did me dirty. He just, that was my lesson, which is why after being divorced, I didn't date for 7 years. I stayed by myself. All I wanted to do was heal. I'm also very conscious, like, I knew I was damaged. Somebody just asked me this recently. A guy just asked me this recently. He was like, why you didn't, get back into the dating game? I was like, because why would I want to put that on somebody? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not one of them people that's like, I know I'm fucked up and I'm gonna go get with you.
Yeah.
And you ain't did nothing to me, but I'm gonna carry that hurt into something with you. Like, I ain't gonna do that to nobody. So I'd rather just stay by myself. And I know that's hard for some people to have that time,
100%.
that isolation, like to yourself. But it helped me to
Yeah.
work on myself. Like, and I'm a mother. I take being a mother very seriously. So like, it was also, man, let me focus on my kids, because they already got to go through this whole thing of me not being, they don't know nobody. They ain't never seen me with nobody but their father.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like, out of respect for one, I have a daughter and I have a son, I have to be an example for both. So I just kind of stayed away. But in all honesty, I feel like dudes act like they be scared of me.
Yeah, that's
Dudes, people think my shit be jumping. These niggas don't say nothing
But that's
to
why.
me.
But that's why I
They
said
don't
it, because
bother me.
I know
They don't
I
bother
just
me.
know how dudes is, right?
Yeah.
So if you see like an alpha woman, a woman that has like a strong personality, niggas, that's when you test it. Niggas is scared.
Yeah.
Niggas be really
But
scared.
you ready to hop back on the pogo stick now,
That's
right?
because they talk like Billy Madison. Shit. That's what she ready to, she is. We talked about this, and she not wrong.
She ready to hop back
It's definitely time to get back out there, and I'm doing it slowly but surely. I think.
Wait, Ish. So no dating was no me?
So it's been, March will be 5 years. I haven't
Me?
had sex. Yeah.
Oh. Dating is different than just getting some
7 years not dating. March will be 5 years I haven't had sex.
So you from the hood, right? Our number one thing we played in the summer. You go to that water hose to get some water. What happened when you hold that water hose, Mike? Mike, why we hold that water hose like this, Mike?
You play too much.
You ordered for 5 minutes. What happened, Mike? 5 seconds. What happened, Mike? Hey, Mike, you ordered water hose for 5 seconds. What happened, Michael?
This boy is an idiot, boy. Hey, what that shit come out like though?
Woo! Woo! Drown me. Hey, man, we got to wrap this episode up, man. We like to thank you for coming into our world. I know the show started off real Barbara Walters, like it was lights, music playing. We was asking real questions, legs was crossed. But we thank you so much for coming out.
I appreciate it.
Real quick, just tell everybody what you got going on now.
Yeah.
I know you're doing you was working on the Pink House thing on
Yep.
Central, but I mean, anything you got going on, you can tell them about that or whatever else you got going on.
Man, follow Root to Fruit Youth Foundation on Instagram, Facebook. On all social, I'm the neighborhood hero. Right now, we
TikTok is
have
booming.
TikTok. I'm busting like
Yeah,
TikTok.
TikTok is
Shout out
booming.
to TikTok though. Like
Yeah.
y'all, I'm at 55,000 followers right
Quick,
now. Y'all,
quick.
y'all
Being
doing
yourself
it.
too, just
Yeah, just really
straight
talking about what I
face.
do every
Yeah.
day for the community. But right now we have a few things going on. Definitely, I want to make sure people know about Ruby's Roses. So Ruby's Roses is my yearly Christmas celebration in honor of Miss Ruby Humphrey. She was the homeless lady that lived under the viaduct. She slept under the viaduct in our neighborhood. She became like one of my closest, really. I mean, she kind of guided me through 2 years of depression and darkness. A woman that was what people considered to be down on her luck. I went and sat with her just about every other day. I took care of her for 2.5 years. She was killed, unfortunately. And
Crazy.
I have been honoring her every year with Ruby's Roses. So I do this big give back. It was supposed to be a birthday party for her, but she was killed 2 weeks before we actually did the first Ruby's Roses. So in honor of her, I just continued to do it. And I give back to the kids and their families in the community in a big way. So we do like dinner. I have a bunch of gifts and toys and things and it's grown over the past 5 years. So this will be year 6. It's December 21st. I will make sure you guys get the flyer, but that is being done on the corner of Corcoran and Parkside. So by the time this comes out, I'm sure people will already know, but I bought the lot that I met her on. I bought that lot. And so on the 21st, I'll be announcing that I own the lot, but also that I took the next step of deeding the lot to those 12 boys that I told y'all about. So now they own part of the hood.
I'm finna stop juicing for 5 years. That's bad. You get all this accomplishment.
That's
We
amazing.
celebrating
So
real big. And the next step for me is I started my own consulting firm.
Yeah.
And I resigned from Lurie Children's in July, and in September I signed them as my first client. So my first client is my former employer, which is really big because I was able to transfer how I did my work. And I've also been able to kind of show my shorties how they can get this bread the long way. You know what I mean? Like the development game, just all the things that they don't show us, I just happen to be in that space and learn, and now I'm teaching them.
Now you passing it.
So definitely Ruby's Roses and tapping in and making sure that like we have people that's supporting the organization, because Root to Fruit is a nonprofit organization. And my goal is to leave that to one of those 12
Right.
at some point. So like just, we don't get the funding, we don't get all of that stuff. That's why I be on everybody's heels, because
like
I've been doing it
misappropriation.
on my own, but now like I just want people to know I've learned how to make moves so that it benefits us and we not out here begging nobody for nothing.
I
Like,
just
don't
met
take it.
this lady recently. She worked for like the county something, but she was just telling me she got a lot of resources for like black businesses and stuff out west that's trying to do it. So I'm about to put. She asked me if I knew anybody. I told her I did, but I'm about to send you that. So please remind me. I'm not gonna forget. But other than that, man, super proud and happy that you was finally able to get on here with us, man. We love you.
Yeah.
We want
Mike
to do
ain't
this.
tell y'all he's my daughter's mentor.
Yeah.
Like everything is
Yeah.
Mr. C,
Well,
Mr.
this
C.
is a real Sunday conversation.
No,
Mom
this is
at the car, come on, Mom, stop talking to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Time is running. Our cameraman
we
is
out.
pulling out
Yeah,
his
yeah,
braids
we out,
one by
we
one.
We love you, Ish.
Thank y'all. I appreciate
Episode 5, man.
y'all.
Y'all
Thank
check her out, man. Y'all see all that stuff in the
Next
comments.
time.
two sides.